Excuse, it's been lit. It's Wednesday night. Denise and Reg host Dynamite. Come and get your Easter eggs. It's a dub. Middle of the week, it's AEW Dynamic Wrestling and End Your Night with us. It's a must. It's Dynamite. It might combust. Speak now. We're gonna give you all the recap. Live on YouTube is where you see that. The Cali connection with the feedback.
The California connection is back once again. What is up, everybody? It is Wednesday, June 5th, and we are here to talk about AEW Dynamite. I'm Denise Salcedo, and with me each and every single week, Righteous Reg. Reg, what up?
What's up, Denise? It's your favorite rapper, your favorite writer, your favorite podcaster. It's the California Connection. It's Wednesday night. Denise has informed me this is our last podcast ever. It's great. You guys enjoy it. This is it. We're done here. Nice Wednesday nights. Dynamites have been great. We had a couple of really good times. We got a couple of sayings out of this. People really like it here.
You know, there's people here that are going to be like, what? The show's canceled? What's happening? What are you guys talking about? Well, just a heads up, by the way, we are taking, we can't handle the grind, Reg.
Not we.
We can't handle the grind. That's why
not
we're
we, Denise.
week.
You.
Oh, me. Okay.
Yeah, not we.
I was making a joke, Reg. Did you not see the Will Ospreay, Just Incredible, Ringside News Twitter drama earlier? You didn't see that? Did you
I
see
saw
that?
the Just Incredible thing and I was like, ugh.
Okay, so that's why I made the joke of like, oh, we can't handle the grind.
Oh, because he was like, I've done 30 days in Germany or whatever. Like, what? Who are you saying this?
Right, exactly. Okay. Anyways, I was trying to make a joke. But for those of you guys who are wondering what the hell is Reg talking about, well, next week I am going to be leaving and going to Glasgow, Scotland to cover Clash at the Castle. And I am leaving Tuesday evening, which means that I will not be here for a majority of the shows. There will be no podcast next week. I know. Look at me. I can't handle the grind, guys. Can't.
Wow.
But don't worry. When we return, I hope that we get a Stone Cold Steve Austin pop.
I will. I don't know what you're going to get. You're over there representing for a different company in Glasgow. Wow. Super weird. Have you prepared for your trip, Denise? Do you know what to expect? We talked about it a little bit last time. We don't know anything about this place at all.
No, so I have not. I actually just found out that apparently it's going to be very cold when I get there to Scotland. I had no idea. I just found out like a couple days ago, and I'm here dressed in summer clothing. Like I don't have any winter clothes whatsoever. This is the most winter thing I have right now.
We're the California Connection, Denise. We don't do winter.
No, we don't. And so I've got nothing to wear to Scotland, but I'll figure it out when the time comes. You know me, Reg. I plan everything last minute now.
Totally. Definitely. You'll figure it all out and you'll freeze to death. Is it outside?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think so.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure it's not like an open building.
No?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is this, Reg. When I show up to Scotland, I better be seeing a bunch of Drew McIntyres all over the place. I need to be seeing men in kilts.
It's got to be lined up. And I hope that they're playing some corn. Shout out to Jonathan Davis, you know, with the kilts and the bagpipes. That's going to be really lit. I just want to see that part right there.
I want to see all of it. Like, I want to go in there and just like really feel like I'm in Scotland.
Yes. And don't get trapped in any elevators. Don't go to a haunted hotel. I know you like to do spooky bits for some reason every time you go on vacation, but keep it easy.
Wait, why not the elevators?
Because weren't you like stuck in an elevator last time you went out of town?
I wasn't stuck in the elevator. It was just a very, very, very skinny elevator.
Oh, skinny elevator. Okay.
It was in Greece. They basically had those one-person
skinny elevator.
They had those one-person elevators. The only thing that fit was just me and the luggage. And then it was awkward because on the way down, me and my friend were like, oh, let's just ride the elevator together.
Are there stairs? I'm taking the stairs. I'm not going to be in no tight, tiny elevator. I'm good.
I thought to myself, like, if this gets stuck, I'm done. Like, this is it for me right here.
No, see, that's why I always take the stairs. Even if it's like 3 flights up, I'm like, every time I think about being stuck in an elevator or doing the big fall down, I'm not interested in that.
Okay.
What are you going to do if it does a big fall down, Denise?
The elevator?
Yeah.
Nothing. I'd probably be dead afterwards.
I watched a video and it says you're supposed to take like a wrestling bump when it gets to the ground.
I'm sorry, where are these elevators falling?
Like the elevator's falling, you're like, oh shit, and then at the end you're just like, bam, you take a nice bump.
Wait, do I have to take a bump on my back?
On your back. Yeah, you go all the way. You got to do a big giant one. As soon as it's about to hit the ground, you just jump in the air and just splat. That's how you're supposed to survive.
How stupid am I gonna look? Bro, what if I think the elevator's falling, but it's just a freaking jolt, and I freaking throw myself, do a crappy ass job, and then next thing you know, it's caught on camera and it's freaking set all over the place.
Listen, you're always looking for content, Denise. That would be great. You'd have a great new intro video for all of your podcasts.
Oh my God. Well, anyways, I don't even know where to go from this. Okay. Can we not have any elevators that I'm in falling?
Listen, I'm just trying to prepare you. Then you're going to think you're going to be like, I'm already prepared for this situation. Nothing's going to happen.
You know, I think you're thinking like the real life Tower of Terror. You ever ridden Tower of Terror at Disneyland?
No,
I think now it's Guardians of the Galaxy.
They switched it?
Yeah, they switched it.
It's the same ride though?
It's the same ride. It's just different theme.
Interesting. No, I've never been on that. I don't really do rides.
Boo, Reg.
Why are you booing me?
Because it's so much fun. It's an adrenaline rush.
The skin color, adrenaline rush. Every day. Every time I walk outside, I'm like, oh shit, I'm on the Goliath. This is scary. There's the police.
I was about to ask you, how do you get your adrenaline rush, Reg?
I go get a burrito and I'm like, oh shit, they're outside.
Stop it.
Every day, Six Flags out this motherfucker.
Oh man. Well, on that note, welcome to the show, everybody. We got AEW Dynamite to talk about. Before we get into all of the nooks and crannies of what went down on this show, this felt like a different show, Reg. I don't know how to explain it, but I thought there was a lot of behind the scenes stuff, like more videos, more promos backstage, a lot of vignettes, a lot of stuff going on outside the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Big agree, Denise. It did feel like a different vibe, a different flow of the show. There was a lot of those pre-taped segments. The one with Mercedes and Stephanie was really good. Like, it seems like they were focusing on trying to tell stories going into Forbidden Door. And I know that's been the debate every time Forbidden Door comes around, because some people don't like this, Denise. Some people are like, just give me AEW. I don't care about New Japan, even though it's like some of the best wrestlers in the world. They're like, I want to see my regular people. So I do understand, but I think they're just trying to be like, look, you're going to know exactly every person that's on this show. So there's none of that. Who's this? We're going to prime you on every single wrestler that's going to compete that night. And it's going to feel like this, I think, all the way up into Forbidden Door.
You think the difference is now that AEW basically has all of the big former stars from New Japan Pro Wrestling. So like when the Forbidden Door first happened, it was like, oh shit, we're going to have Okada, Will Ospreay. Like everybody's thinking in that regard. And now we're sitting in a place where it's like, oh, well, all of those guys that you were looking forward to seeing compete against AEW wrestlers are now with AEW. I mean, not everybody, of course, but your biggest names.
Another really good point, Denise. Yeah, it used to be like, okay, it's Forbidden Door season. Who's going to show up? We might get a surprise. We might get this. Now the people who are going to show up have a match next. You know what I mean? Are they going to be here on Saturday? Or we just watched them have a match? It's like, it's a different environment. There's not anybody on that side that's super like Okada or Ospreay where we're like, we have to see this person. It's going to be great matches, but the energy is way different going into this season.
Yeah, so it's weird too, because right now we're sort of in a phase where we're planning not just for Forbidden Door, but we're also planning for All In, because we're going to get into that here today. So we're kind of getting a little bit of both, where it's like this part of the show is leading towards Forbidden Door. This part of the show is starting to guide the way for All In. And they did a nice way of connecting it, but it did feel like a different show today. I don't know if there was really, maybe aside from like one segment where I really felt like it felt like a big part of the show. Like there weren't that many explosive segments on today's show. And I think that was the one thing that was sort of missing for me, where like I kind of got spoiled in these past couple of weeks, seeing all these big things happen on the show. And I thought that today they didn't really have that. Yeah,
there's not really the big, like, what's the moment that happened on Dynamite that we're going to watch the video we're all talking about? It was a good show. Like they got to the point, they furthered some feuds, they made these wrestlers known, but it wasn't anything like the Tony Khan getting dropped on his head, or EVPs were present, but they didn't do anything like huge.
Right, exactly. So that's kind of what I felt where I'm like, okay, there's a lot to talk about on the show, but I guess we'll kind of figure out what was the most interesting thing. And
Yeah.
I'm going to start off with what I considered the most interesting thing on the show.
What?
And that was the return of MJF. As we all know, he returned at Double or Nothing, but his AEW Dynamite return was today. And so he goes out there and he cuts this promo where he's talking shit on Swerve Strickland. He's talking shit on Will Ospreay. And he's pretty much talking shit about everybody, right? And then out of nowhere, Roosh comes out, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I know exactly what is going to happen right now. I predicted exactly how people were going to react. And I was honestly nervous, Reg. I'm not even going to lie to you. I was nervous for Roosh in this scenario because we all know that there's the language barrier. And when you're in there with MJF, who is at the top of his game when it comes to promo skills, I get nervous for anybody who I wouldn't necessarily consider a good promo. It doesn't even matter what language you speak. What I'm saying is that anytime someone goes up against MJF, if I'm like wondering like, oh shit, are they going to get eaten up alive? Are they not going to get eaten up alive? Whatever, right? With this specific promo, I knew exactly what was going to happen, in which the fans started chanting what every time Roosh spoke. Now, here's the thing, guys. I understood everything Roosh said. In English,
me too.
In Spanish, this wasn't one of the promos where he like botched it or anything. Everything he said was well spoken. Of course, he has an accent that's just always going to be there. But the fans chanting what kind of ruined this for me.
My least favorite chant in the whole world, or whatever you call that, is what in this specific situation where it feels like, I'm going to say it feels racist. It's like,
it does feel racist.
We can I got you, Denise. Feels racist. Like,
that's how I
understand his whole promo. I understand every word that he said. This isn't a what moment. Like, he doesn't need to be what. If anything, you need to listen in more. You're fucking losers. But I knew that MJF was going to use that because that's his bit, Denise. You know he's going to go to the, what did you say? We didn't understand a word you said. You're speaking Spanish. So I'm not really surprised about it.
Right. And I didn't have necessarily a problem because, like, I think at that point, like, MJF had to acknowledge it because if the fans were like, what, chanting him, at that point, he almost had to acknowledge how they were reacting to it. And then that led to everything else. But this is why I had a problem with it. Aside from it feeling a little bit racist, the thing that I had a problem with is that we know right now, Reg, if someone goes out there in pro wrestling, whether it's in the ring or cuts the promo, and they shit the bed, how often do they get second chances?
It's rare.
It's rare, right? So my concern in this is I don't know how AEW saw this, where I didn't want the fans to chant Roosh and make it seem like his promo was shit when I didn't think it was shit. I didn't want them to make it seem like it was, because I'm afraid that after this feud that he has with MJF, that they're going to toss him to the corner, sort of like he was before, and then not do anything with him. And that's my fear, where it's like, if this doesn't succeed, I fear that we won't be seeing much more. I'm not going to say much more, but I fear that we won't be seeing Roosh in these big storylines. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't think that it hit the way, or that it connected with the crowd in a way that you wanted to. And that's why part of me was going, oh no, like, please do not chant Roosh here in this in this context. Any other time, I'm not a what chant hater. I know a lot of people hate what chants. Honestly, I'm not even a what chant hater, but I just feared for Roosh in this specific scenario, because I'm thinking, I hope that they're not just like gonna dump him after this and put him in some silly little collision or rampage feud that we never even see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying, but I think his promo for what it was and what he says was strong enough that they could forget about that. They could take the crowd. Didn't really take me out because he was getting to the point, and it's like, what you need him to do, he did. MJF kind of made it work in his bit, so I think it was all right. Roosh did get in there and lie, though. He was like, you've been gone, and while you've been gone, I've been wrestling. I'm like, haven't you had like one match the whole time?
I didn't like
gone?
that either. Yes, Reg.
Like, yes, I'm glad it wasn't just me. I'm like, why are you saying that? You've only had like one match in this whole since he's been gone.
I felt like whoever wrote that or gave bullet points to Roosh should have seriously taken that part out, because while he's been going out there, like, he's had a couple of matches on Collision.
A couple.
And I mean a handful of matches, not even too many. And so for him to say that he's been out here like basically busting his butt, doing the grind, it makes us feel stupid, because if you're watching all of the shows and you know that's not necessarily the case, it makes you not see him as credible. So I kind of thought like they set him up for failure with that particular line. I did not like that line. Right, but come on, you can be a heel and make sense, and you can like a literal sense when you're talking about what you're trying to claim. I want to be like, oh, he's got a point.
Yeah, it's messed up, Denise, because he's a guy that we fight to see on the show. Because like, so you can't tell us, dude, we want to see you. We've been fighting to see you on the show, and we know that you haven't been on there. So that line, it didn't really hit that well. Bro,
every single week that I'm covering Collision, because he tends to be the times that he's appeared on the show, it's been mainly Collision. I always say the same thing, like, let's do something with Roosh. So for me, last week when he teased that he was doing the storyline with MJF, I was like, fuck yeah, like this is finally going to be his big opportunity to show people what he can do. And so I'm hoping that this story goes well. I'm hoping this feud goes well. I'm hoping that they have a good match. I'm hoping for all the good stuff here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, lucky enough, this is MJF, so this won't be the only talking segment.
It won't.
We'll get to see Roosh talk about 20 more times. Kudos to MJF. I was watching my watch the whole time, like, if this guy goes 20, I'm going to scream.
How long was it?
I think it was like 11 minutes for the whole thing. And I'm like, you know what? MJF, good job, dude. It is still kind of the same thing. Am I off base by saying that? Like, MJF came back and he's still the same MJF.
Well, so he's a babyface in this feud, by the way.
Yes.
See, I thought when he came back that I don't even know what I thought. I just figured like, oh, he's just going to be MJF. I think I was sort of expecting him to be the low-hanging fruit MJF that we've been seeing. He still hit on some of that when he mentioned, Roosh knowing what dry is because of all the girls he's been with and yada, yada, what he said about that. But that's not even too low of hanging fruit. He's gone way lower before. And I think that is sort of the MJF that I was expecting.
So you were expecting this pretty much?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, because with the promo that he did on the pay-per-view, he was like, it's going to be different. You guys are not going to be that kangaroo, blah, blah, blah. But he's kind of like the same thing. He just have this Triple H jacket now.
Yeah, but he's also not coming out and doing the kangaroo stuff. So he just eliminated that. He's MJF, but he's just not doing the kangaroo stuff. So I guess this is what he said he was going to be.
All right. I could take it.
I did by the way, he got me by surprise when he busted out some Spanish.
He did. How did he do?
He didn't do bad. I really wish they wouldn't have bleeped it. And I'm almost pretty positive, by the way, whenever Roosh said a bad word or anybody else that speaks Spanish says a bad word, I don't ever think it's bleeped.
Never.
But yeah, when MJF does it, they bleeped it.
I was thinking that. I'm like, I feel like luchadors be saying shit on here all the time and it never bleeps it. And then as soon as MJF, they're like, bleep.
That's what I'm saying too. And I started thinking like, man, am I imagining things? But no, I'm pretty sure that when they curse, it never gets bleeped out. And I was kind of a little irritated because I thought he hit the cabron pretty well. And so when he was saying what he was going to say, which was chinga tu madre, I don't even know if I can say that here on YouTube, by the way, guys.
I mean, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Thanks. We'll see. But that's what he said. But I wanted to hear how he pronounced it. And instead I get the bleep. But so I couldn't even say if that part was pronounced properly or not. And then he even decided to do the little R's. He rolled his R's.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet
roll your R's.
I can definitely roll my R's. I was gonna say there's probably a feed where they showed it like it used to be Fight, but now it's the Triller feed.
Oh yeah, so we gotta find that clip.
Yeah, but yeah, I like MJF in this feud. I like this feud because it puts Roosh in a main event level feud, MJF's first feud back, and just give him more opportunities like that. I'm glad that the first kind of big one did have the stupid what chance, because now he knows what to expect.
Right. So now I hope that this time he comes a little bit prepared. He could have told the crowd, like he could have started cursing at them in Spanish.
He could.
Then what?
Yeah, I know. That's the issue you get with those what chants, because they really do throw you off your game. I'm not a wrestler. I've never done not in the ring. And when it happens, I'm like, oh, I hate you guys. So I could imagine how they are, you know?
Reg, let's say you did a bit. I don't know. TNA called you and they were like, hey, Reg, we want you to come out and introduce, I don't know, Ash by Elegance or something. You got to cut a promo and you get what chanted. Then what, Reg?
Bleep, 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 bleep. I'm going to be really upset. Why did I can't, like, Stone Cold, why did you do this to us? Like, I've never, like, it never hit for me. Like, even when he was gone, I'm like,
when
this
Austin
sucks.
did it. When Austin did it, it was funny. Because I was like, what? And he did the little ear thing, what?
Funny.
It was funny. I did like the what chants. I was a what chanter at all the shows, okay?
No one's surprised here, Denise. So do you think they're going to have this match at Forbidden Door? Is it beyond that match? Is it before that match?
No, I think it's way before. I think it's just
think
like
it's a
on
before
a Dynamite.
match?
Yeah, I don't think it's on Forbidden Door.
Why not?
Because I just don't think so.
Okay.
This has to be just like a Dynamite. We can build to Dynamite matches, can't we?
I mean, I thought you wanted your guy Roosh to have something. You're just giving him a regular old BS Dynamite match?
I do. I mean, I would be okay with it, but I feel like this is I have felt like this was obviously for Dynamite the whole time.
Wow. Well, what's Max going to do at Forbidden Door?
He's not Max, by the way. He's Maximiliano.
Oh, I don't know. Maximiliano?
Yes, that's the Spanish version of Max. Maximiliano.
Maximiliano?
I don't think there's a translation for Jacob. Jacob? I don't know.
Jacob?
Friedman?
Jacob?
I don't know what Friedman would translate to. He could be Maximiliano Juan Fernandez.
Juan, yeah.
Juan. There you go. We're changing him to Juan. Maximiliano Juan Fernandez.
Jacob translates to Juan. It's really funny.
Oh man, I can't. I don't even know what's going on this show anymore. All right, so let's get into some of these super chat and see what the people are saying.
Wow.
People are saying it sounded Italian instead.
Yeah, a little
Jacob.
bit.
Jacob. All right, whatever. Let's see what people are saying. This is from Brother Dan, the man, who says, it's been great to meet you, Denise, and love your videos. Man, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for being part of the DWO. And speaking of the DWO, Sheldon continues his streak with another 5 DWO memberships. We got Roberto Arsenal here, who says, to those that want to see great Mina Shirakawa match, I recommend Mina versus Tam Nakano 2023. Mariah was in Mina's corner. Mina, my God, she's beautiful. Have you gotten a chance to see this, Reg?
I haven't seen this match, but I've heard a lot about her matches with Tom, and I think you guys should definitely check them out. Mina ran down there today, and I was like, hey, who's running down here? She was looking all right.
Oh, Reg, you fell in love.
I didn't do anything. I just said she was looking all right.
You fell in love.
I was like, yeah, what was that?
Bro, I just saw them 3D hearts coming out of your eyes right now. Crazy 101 says, give Brian the title at All In. Also, Mina, lit, damn. And we'll get to Brian Danielson in just a second.
Speaking of, Denise, who you was at the Avril Lavigne concert with?
I knew it, Reg. I knew it.
You knew what?
I knew it.
You knew what?
You were going to fall in love.
You knew what? I'm just asking a question.
I knew it. Okay. So for those of you who do not know, I posted a picture of myself and my friend at the Avril Lavigne concert. All right. And I saw, Reg, I forgot if it was on Twitter. I think it was on Twitter or Instagram, one of the freaking apps. You gave it a like. I saw that.
I can't like my friend going to the Avril Lavigne concert.
No, you are not going to give a like to my post of me going to the Avril Lavigne concert.
I
saw that and I was like, oh, Reg is in love. And you know what, Reg? I told her.
Oh my God, Denise.
I bet you my co-host has a big crush on you because he just gave this photo a like.
This is not the game, Denise. That's not how you go about this.
I ain't your wingman. She's single, by the way.
I'm saying, well, this isn't the way to go about it. Oh, he's going to be a weird freak about it on the internet. Oh,
she laughed.
God. Oh, she laughed. I bet. I can't believe I was like, I'm going to like this. And Denise is going to think something and look at you thinking something.
Reg, I know you. I know you, okay? There's times where I'm watching TV and I see some actress, I'm like, oh, Reg would like her.
Oh my God, leave me alone.
I even know your type. I know what you look for. I knew for a fact the second you hit that like, Reg is in love. I knew it. I knew it.
I gotta stop being so predictable out here, dude. Damn.
You gotta switch it up, Reg. You gotta switch it up.
Oh, so funny.
All right, let's see where we at. And I was right, by the way. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you are. You got it. Mm-hmm.
Alexander Fitzgerald says those Jericho segments had me in tear. Brian Keefe saying you make sure that baby respects Chris Jericho was hilarious.
Oh man.
Do you want to get into that now?
Let's get into it because I saw your little tweet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm rooting for Brian Keefe. He's doing a good job. He's hilarious. Even Alexander Fitzgerald thinks so. He's hilarious. You know how many people were saying he saved that segment? Thoughts?
Nope.
Wait, you don't want to talk about it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, do you at least want to talk about the Jericho part of it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How'd you feel about Chris Jericho yelling at everybody?
I hate it. Chris Jericho almost comes off like special needs. And I'm like, what is this? This is weird.
I already told you what he's doing. I told you from the very beginning, Reg.
What is he doing?
It's the Trump stuff. Those are the mannerisms, the thumbs, the waves, all of that. That's where you see the inspiration from. The learning tree with the little podium.
It's connecting in my brain, and I'm like, oh.
That was my theory from the very beginning. From the very beginning, I just saw right through it.
Thanks, I hate it.
I don't know what to say, guys, but Brian Keefe is making it work. Give him some kudos, Reg. Come on. He's making this that's a real stinker into something pretty damn funny. He's already had 2 back-to-back successful segments. Although I will say this, I was right, Reg. They're calling him the bad apple.
There's like a trope and like the line is being walked. Like you turn one of the badassest wrestlers in the world into like a Jericho. You better stay away from Jericho. The token black guy. Thanks. I fucking hate it. That's Brian Keefe. Not a fucking bit. Not a sit-and sayer. Not a t-shirt maker. Fucking Brian Keefe is doing bits. Respect Chris fucking Jericho. I will scream right now, Denise. Scream.
Reg, I don't have a follow-up. I gotta be honest with you. He could have just been the bounty hunter. Like, hey, that's his thing. Could have just been the bounty hunter. But he's the bad apple now.
This is Brian Keefe.
All right,
what the fuck? That's Brian Keefe, dude.
Reg, I'm gonna ask you a question. How do you think they would have presented Brian Keefe on NXT? You think it would be better than what they're doing right now as the bad apple Brian Keefe?
No, they would have had him ride in on a fucking horse.
I don't know what to say.
A horse.
I have no debate. I'm honestly just I'm throwing more, what do you call that? I'm just throwing more wood to the fire. I'm just trying to make your flame burst higher.
I hate it.
I'm just stirring the pot right now. That's what I'm doing.
Hate it.
I'm sorry, Reg. But you know what though, Brian Keefe, he's doing good at this. Sure. You make sure that baby respects Chris Jericho.
All right. Chicken shit in the chicken salad or whatever the saying is.
Matt Logan says, Denise, you need to tweet the translations for Roosh. Here's the thing, though. The reason why I don't tweet them is because I'm afraid that Twitter is going to ban me.
Oh, if you say what he really be saying?
Yeah, because the literal translation of chinga tu madre, I don't even feel comfortable saying to what it translates to in English.
Like, I think even YouTube's going to be like, hey, I can hear what you're saying when you say that, you know?
Big brother YouTube gonna get me right now. Alexander Fitzgerald says AEW where the breasts wrestle. Matt Logan says, Reg, where can we hear your post-Dynamite review next week? Ayo.
I can't do it without Denise. Why can't I do it without Denise?
I don't know. Brother Dan, the man Smith Reynolds, thank you so much for the generous super chat. We got Grapple Geekery who says, I'm going to need y'all to have an intervention for SRS, Luke, and Ollie at Wrestle Talk. They like the learning tree and have clearly lost their minds.
I don't hate it.
Everyone's allowed to like what they want to like. All right? That's all I'm going to say. Everyone's allowed to like what they want to like.
Phil said it
you're allowed
right.
to hate what you want to hate.
Phil said it right on Grab City. It's just too on the head. Like, TV time. You know, I want the TV time. It's like, all right, Chris Jericho. And it's like,
but that's also the point, though, of this whole thing.
I know,
is that
but
Jericho is doing everything what he's accused of. He's basically doing what the EVPs are doing. Like the Young Bucks gimmicks is they're doing everything that the fans on Twitter accuse them of doing. And Jericho is doing pretty much that on AEW as well.
If somebody's doing it, why is he doing it too?
I don't know, because he's
if
doing
the
it
Young Bucks are doing it, why would he also do the same thing?
Reg, I don't know.
If the Young Bucks jumped off a bridge, would he jump off a bridge too?
Probably.
I mean,
I don't know. We got Speed Punk here who says, Denise, remember, if you're going to Scotland, there can only be one. I like that. We got Aaron Garcia here who says, good luck with your dental surgery, Denise. I got braces today and it's definitely an experience. Oh, man. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it tomorrow because they're going to drug me up and put me to sleep, Reg. And when I come back, I'm pretty much in and out of consciousness for the rest of the day. Ooh. So I won't be online tomorrow or else all of a sudden I'm going to be tweeting some weird shit. And you're like,
tomorrow you're just going to be a zombie. You're going to be feeling great. Probably going to eat some tacos, right? Or no, can you eat?
No, I can't eat tomorrow. It's basically going to be just like pure ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about it, to be honest.
Before your trip, how long are you going to be out in Scotland?
From the 11th through the 16th.
Oh, you're out there putting some time in, huh?
Yeah, because who the hell flies to Scotland and just goes for one day?
How far is it?
I don't know. Far.
How long is your flight?
Like the whole thing is like from here to go with a stop and everything included. It's like 13 hours and 30 something minutes.
Ugh, that's not
so let's just round it up to 14 hours. And then on the way back, it's like 14 hours and a half. And that was the shortest time. There was some other ones that were too much. And I was like, nah, that ain't for me.
14. You're about to put in 28 hours to watch.
I'm getting my content, Reg. How do you think I grow this channel? I got to put shit out there for people
doing
to
all
watch.
that for that? I'm kidding. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun.
Grapple Geekery says Tower of Terror is no joke. Don't do it, Reg. I love that ride.
Nah, Grapple Geekery, I see, dog. I've never been on there. The thing with the big drop, I'm chill. Like, I went with my cousin to Six Flags when I was like 16, and I was like, he had a girlfriend and like her sister was there too. He'll be back on women. I don't know how this happens. So I'm like trying to impress her sister. I'm like, yo, it's going to be lit. She's hot. We're going to go, blah, blah, blah. We get on the big giant Goliath, the first roller coaster. And it's like, I'm like infatuated with this girl. So I'm not paying attention to what's going on. So it's like, click, 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 click. We're like clicking. And I'm like, eventually I'm like, wait a second. This is so high. What are we doing up here? And then we go down and it's so fast. I'm like, why is this happening? Denise, my cousin was next to me and I had his shirt like in the pic. You know, they take a picture at the end. You see me in the picture like on my cousin's shirt. I'm like yelling so hard.
Did you get lucky? Was it worth it?
No way.
I was gonna say
she was like, what is wrong with him? And I'm like, oh, everything's fine over here.
There are certain things that are like huge turnoffs for women. For me, if a guy falls, I'm sorry, but
if on accident too,
it don't matter. I remember one time we were walking into a party. My husband was walking behind us, and I was about to knock on the door. And he fucking fell behind me. I turned and I looked at him with so much disgust in my face. I was like, get up. Like, this is so embarrassing. Like, I was humiliated because I thought someone was going to see. Like, I'm sorry, but like a guy falls, I'm like, nope, sorry, no longer interested.
The question is, how long ago was this? Because they probably had a ring light. Somebody saw it.
No, this was like 8 years ago.
Okay, yeah, they didn't have a ring light.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
And this is 8 years ago, which means he hasn't lived this down. You're still thinking about this. That was 8 years ago, Denise.
If he were to fall in public, I would honestly pretend like I don't know him. And I've told him this. Like, dude, if you ever fall in public, don't even look at me.
This is crazy. You're supposed to help your husband up, Denise.
No. It's so embarrassing.
You just run when he falls down.
No, but I will tell you this one time, and this is kind of fucked up, but it's pretty hilarious. So we went whitewater rafting, okay? And it's kind of extreme. You've seen it, right?
You said kind of extreme. It's very extreme.
So the lady decided to do some fun trick, right? She tells everybody to hold on, and there's this big giant boulder, and the raft goes right up the boulder. When it went up, my husband, and he was my fiance at the time, flipped out of the raft, did a backflip into the fucking water. Reg, he can't swim.
Oh, shit.
Dude backflipped into the white water rafting with the freaking thing, the waves and all of that.
And you watched him?
Disappeared. I couldn't even see him. And Reg, this was the scariest thing. This was my reaction. I was just there, silent, because I was so embarrassed that he fell out of the raft. I was humiliated. And then once I saw them pull him back in, I looked at him and I was like, they told you to hold on.
Denise, your husband disappeared in whitewater and you sold it because you didn't want to be embarrassed?
I was so embarrassed. And I thought, don't act dramatic, then it won't be such a big deal.
He can't swim and you were just like, hurry up.
It gets worse. We were there with a bunch of strangers. Later on, the guy in front of me fell, and his girlfriend was screaming, Arthur! 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 And I was like, girl, you got to get it together. And so he's telling to this day, Arthur got way more love.
No, Arthur's girl was about to go out there, and his wife, future to-be wife, sold him.
She swam for his sandal. Because the sandal was still in the water, and she swam for that shit. You think I would swim for someone's sandal? No way.
Your husband hit a ricochet moonsault out of the whitewater raft. You watched him go underneath. You sold it, and then were embarrassed when he got back in. You were mad at him for almost dying. I can't believe you almost died in front of all these people. She told you to hold. She told you to hold on, Denise. Oh my God.
She did. She warned us. She was like, "Hold on."
She told you to hold on is crazy for your fiance who almost just died. He's like, she told you to hold on.
About it to this day. To this day, we still laugh about it.
Arthur kills me. I bet you every time you guys hear Arthur, you die, huh?
Yeah, fucking Arthur. Arthur got some love, bro. All right, I don't even know. This is an AEW show. I went off the rails here, man.
I don't know how we got to whitewater rafting, but we here.
All right, we got Mike T90K here who says Mariah, Mina, Tony, threesome angle is my favorite thing in wrestling. Shout out to Mariah not breaking her neck on that DDT. Dude, she landed right on her freaking head. And I thought to myself, I swear to God, if she injures Mariah May here, dude, that would really suck.
So scary, Denise. That spot is always scary, but usually they make it work. But this time I was like, oh no. And Mariah, in this match, I was thinking Mariah's so good. She's been taking this person to a really great match. We can't lose her. And then she takes that crazy ass bump. I'm like, I hope everything's okay.
Dude, yeah. And so this all happened between Mariah May versus Saraya. And this, aside from that bump, this wasn't bad. Honestly, I kind of enjoyed this match. I found it pretty entertaining, far more than I probably expected it to be. And love the headbutt from Mariah, all of that. However, for the end, we end up seeing Mariah essentially give up, sort of. I don't even think we really saw it. And then so she's locked in this submission, and then all of a sudden the match was over. She's in the chicken wing, match is over, But I never actually saw Mariah give up, and I just thought, oh, maybe I missed it. But Saraya wins.
Denise, why did Saraya win this match?
I don't know.
Like, they're doing this thing with Tony and Mina. Why in the world is Saraya beating Mariah May with her finisher here? I don't care about wins and losses. Every week I come in here, I'm like, but like this one, I'm like, what happened?
It was unexpected. I'm feeling like they probably thought like it wasn't absolutely necessary for Mariah to win. I think they felt like, oh, Mariah can take a loss here. It's not like she's been winning all her matches. I don't really remember her losing much. And I think that they probably saw it as, well, Saraya hardly ever gets to be on the show, so she's on now. Let's have her get the win. I'm assuming that was the thought process.
I hope that wasn't the thought process. That's insane.
What's the other thought process behind her winning? Give me something better.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, they can't be setting Saraya up for somebody's like setting Saraya up for All In. No, I hope not. They can't be setting her up for another big All In. What do you mean they gotta be?
I'm assuming they are. I don't think that they wouldn't put her on All In. She's gonna be on All In. She's one of them. They're gonna put her on All In. So this is gonna be her start to that. Reg, it's best you know now. It's best you hear it from a friend.
No.
I just keep breaking news to you every week.
Stop.
I warned you last week about Bad Apple.
You need to stop talking out loud on this podcast. I'm gonna start bleeping you. I'm gonna get a censor button over here. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, dude. No, they did that last year as a thing. I thought, didn't they have that same match? Who did Saraya wrestle?
She won. She defeated Hikaru Shida for the women's championship. Remember, she became AEW Women's Champion.
So we're gonna watch her do it again?
I don't think she's gonna become AEW Women's Champion, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna have a big moment at All In.
Jamie Hayter, please save us.
That's good. I like that.
Please. We need you. Oh, I forgot they still want to do that Mercedes and Saraya match. Oh, God.
We got Dan the Man here who says it's an open stadium in Scotland. Aw, damn.
Denise, I told you about to do some research. Open stadium out there. Yo, yo, yo. It's going to be cold as hell.
This is going to be a repeat of Philadelphia.
Seriously. Is it like I don't know anything about time. I don't know nothing. You're going to freeze to death.
Yeah. Alexander Fitzgerald says, bold prediction, Nigel costs Danielson his match in the Owen and sets up Nigel versus Danielson at All In. I want Hangman to win that tournament. So the Owen. We got a promo today that I thought was very important from Bryan Danielson, and it basically talked about how every big match he has lost. He talks about losing Anarchy in the arena. He basically goes on to talk about all of the losses, like, you know, the one that he had to Okada, Christian Cage, etc., right? So he says that the second he heard Tony Khan talk about the Owen and that the person winning the Owen would get an AEW world title shot, that this would be his last shot. And if he's going out, he's going to go out on top. So again, the people here have been wondering, hey, are we ever going to get Bryan Danielson as AEW world champion? I know the fans want it. I don't know if Bryan wants it. In storyline, of course, he's going to want it because everybody wants the championship, but Bryan Danielson's got to win this Owen, right?
Yes. I think for the story that they've been telling with him and his last year, that promo that he did, in story, we don't want to think that Bryan Danielson is a loser. No one does in the world. Even him going over his thing saying like, I was in all these big matches and I lost. I'm still like, all those matches were amazing, so it doesn't matter. But like, in kayfabe, as a story, as a character, we don't want to think, well, Bryan can't win matches. He has to win something on his way out. From day one, when they said Bryan Danielson's going to work here, I'm like, when's he going to become AEW world champion? Seemed like he don't give a shit about it at all. Every time he has a title match, he's like, I don't want it. And so we still need one, Denise. If it's for a month, if it's for a week, if it's for just the night, they do some kind of something. He needs to hold that championship. He needs to represent for this company for some amount of time. So I love that they did this and set this up. And it gets people excited for the Owen. Like, who else is going to be in it? Who's he going to wrestle? What's this going to lead to? I thought this was really good.
Yeah, and so I'm definitely expecting to see Bryan Danielson be the one to win this and end up in a championship match at All In. I feel like that's the way they got to do it, especially if that's it for Bryan as a full-time, for a full-time wrestler. I think he said that he said in some interview, by the way, that he considers part-time like 10 matches a year. And I was like, oh, that's not too bad.
That's a lot. That's honestly, that's almost a match a month. And so I'm thinking about that visual, Denise, of All In, Bryan Danielson with the world championship doing the yes, and there's a gazillion people. Like, that's amazing way to end the show. So if that's what we're getting and you're already telling us, I'm all in. I don't care.
But if he goes for the AEW World Championship, then he's got to win, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, he's already told the story that in big matches he doesn't win. This could be another big match that he doesn't win.
All right. Infamous Raider Loco here says, came here to say Willow looking like an effing snack tonight. And also, what's up, Kelly Connection? Love the content and the After Dark ones the most. Thank you so much to Infamous Raider Loco. Okay, so Willow had a backstage promo, and basically she's talking about, what went down with Mercedes, what went down with Chris Statlander, and she's gonna keep fighting, and we're gonna be seeing probably a more badass version of Willow.
Yeah, I love this promo tonight. She just seems like, you guys, I lost. I know it. We're recovering. I'm going to get Chris Statlander. I'm going to get Stokely's ugly ass, and we're on the way to the top. I thought that whole thing was great with Stat and Orange Cassidy before Stokely came, and the Willow thing. Really, really fun stuff. Willow getting right back to it. That pop that she got coming out, Denise, it shows that this was all really worth it.
Yeah, I almost wish that promo would have been in ring. I think that Willow connects with the crowd very well.
You're right.
And you got to take advantage of that. I think she feeds off of the energy too. All of her best promos have been in the ring.
This is so funny every time I think about her in these promos. But yeah, you're 100% right. I feel like the energy drives her just because the fans love her so much. And even if it was if she just did it on top of the ramp for 2 minutes and the crowd got that energy, we need more stuff like that. It's crazy the transition again from not doing a promo at all to now we need to see her in front of these crowds because she's so great out there.
We got Grapple Geekery here who says, this is why I hate what chants. They tend to be aimed at ESL folks, and they are 100% racist as hell. All what chants are tainted by that, in my opinion. Like, I feel like when someone just sucks as a promo and it's not because of their language barrier, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone just sucks in a promo and you what chant, it sucks too for them because then it adds the pressure. But it hits even worse when it's someone that doesn't speak perfect English.
I'm on the side of don't taunt the wrestlers. I just hate that chant so much that it just doesn't work for me in any situation. Like, you can boo, but like, what is just sucks.
But it's going to be there forever, no matter what.
Totally. Stone Cold ruined it.
Well-rounded Leo says Rush promo was okay, but he never wins important match, so why should we care about him? And
Fair.
That's what they need to change. They need to change the perception of Rush. But dude, here we're going to go right into this. Rush ain't going to be defeating MJF in his first feud back. MJF is probably going to go on to bigger programs, either with Swerve, Will Ospreay, or whoever, Bryan Danielson. I don't know what they're going to have him do, but the point is that they're not going to have Rush defeat MJF.
No way. Denise thinks it's going to be a Dynamite match. You think they're going to have Rush beat MJF on a Dynamite match? 0%. I think this is just kind of getting Rush's feet wet in the main event scene more than anything.
Awesome. Thank you so much to Ice-T, who became a brand new member of the DWO. We also got Jamaican Bobsleds who says, what will I eat tonight? Dry women or dry chicken? Oh, Lord. Are we supposed to answer this question?
I'm already in trouble on this show, so I'm staying.
You're in trouble?
I mean, you got me in your friend. I'm still mad at you, by the way.
I was going to say, which part are you in trouble in?
Which part?
I was gonna say, did your Chris Jericho rant was one for a lifetime.
Oh, I forgot. I don't want to remember that.
Anyways, but yeah, dry anything, not fun. All right, Ice-T, he here who says, what chance in MJF's doing the Rock? Doesn't matter what your name is, bit. Reg is right. Promises MJF, show me how you're gonna change. Yeah, it was very, very Rock with the it doesn't matter what your name is type deal.
He does channel Dwayne a lot. It's funny because they always try to put that on Ricky Starks. So I'm like, MJF the one that I really need to be looking at because he's the one that be stealing all of his bits.
But you know what though? I like it if it's done well.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Why do I keep saying that today? I don't know why. That's like,
know what I'm saying?
For me today. You know what I'm saying? No, take it out. What is wrong with me?
Watching like old hip hop documentaries or something. Know what I'm saying?
I don't know why that started happening during this show.
No, but I kind of agree. When it's done, when it feels like paying tribute more than like trying to rip off stuff, feels good.
I just want to say, I think MJF does a good job at it. Like that, I do think he does a good job at it. If you're going to try to impersonate The Rock, and The Rock is very hard to impersonate.
So hard.
Right. So we got Ice-T.
Who's the better Rock impersonator, MJF or LA Knight?
I knew you were going to say that. You're setting me up, Reg. You are setting me up.
You said it. I didn't say anything. I'm just following your lead.
They're not even in the same universe.
What do you mean?
Oh, fuck. Did I go too far?
I think so.
I did. I went too far. Sorry, guys. I crossed the line. My bad. Ain't even in the same universe.
Did I go too far? It's so funny. No, you think MJF blows LA Knight out of the water?
Yes. A million times yes.
I think blows out of the water.
Stop it. Stop it.
If they have 10 promo battles, I think LA Knight could win one.
No.
He can't win any. He'll go 0 for 10. Okay.
No, 0 for 10. MJF would wipe him out of the water when it comes to promos. It's just a catchphrase. The LA Knight, yeah.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
That's going to get over. And don't confuse that with a great promo. Just because we like to chant, yeah, I like to chant, yeah, that doesn't mean it's a great promo.
I just wanted to hear you talk shit about LA.
You set me up, Reg. You set me up. You were like, I'm going to press this button on Denise. Yes. You did that. You know what? You set me up. You set me up to make up for your freaking, what was it, Learning Tree bit rant.
No, I set you up because you set me up at the Avril Lavigne concert by posting that picture. You knew I was going to like it.
So I posted a thirst trap specifically for Reg.
Yeah, you knew what was going on. As soon as I liked it, you were like, duh, I knew this fool was going to like it. Hey, look at this. Can't believe you did a hey, look at this to me, Denise. We're supposed to be friends.
Oh, man. Yeah, but you set me up here to go on a rant.
Got your ass. LA Knight's going to be so mad next time you interview him.
My goodness. All right, let's see. Where are we at? Ice-T here says, show us the new improved MJF or just turned Tony heel, and we can see the MJF version of McMahon versus Stone Cold. MJF is halfway there already. Oh, so with MJF versus Tony Khan. I mean, after that freaking promo that he did, remember the one in LA a couple years, 2 years ago? Was it 3 years ago? It's all a blur to me, man.
CM Punk still worked there. It's been a while. Maybe, I think it's just 2 years. But yeah, Tony Khan got to get his lick back.
We got Travis Lindsay here who says, what chance ruined wrestling? Thanks, Reg. Well-rounded Leo says, I heard Jericho is acting like Tony Khan.
There's bits of that in there too.
No.
I think there's some bits of that in there.
Yeah, but Tony Khan is funny though.
That's the thing, yeah.
Like he's got a very expressionable face.
Exactly. And Chris Jericho can't do that.
Mike T90K says, just checked out Denise's friend. I see you, Reg. Oh my God, she's going to think I'm pimping her out. What the?
You said it, not me.
Jesus. If she contacts me right now, like, hey, Denise, she's never going to want to hang out with me ever again.
No more Avril Lavigne concerts for you.
Ice-T, he says, Brian Keith is now Green Mile. It's terrible, Denise. I'm just trying to find the bright side, guys. I got to get punished for this.
Damn.
Grapple Geekery says, damn, Denise has fallen to the Jericho vortex. We are watching Brian Keith's AEW run die on the vine or tree. In this case, sorry, Reg, get help, Denise. All right, I can compliment the guy. He's doing a good job with what he's been given. Do you want him to go out there and bomb? Reg, do you want him to go? Like, it's not his decision. This is the creative that they gave him. This is the storyline that they gave him. He's making it work the very best he possibly can. Do you want him to go out there and fall flat in his face?
No, he's doing the bit. Like I said, chicken salad and not a chicken shit or whatever.
Exactly. So if anything, this is a good thing for him that, hey, you know what? We put him in this shit. Then the next thing that they decide to do with him on creative, it's going to be like, okay, hopefully something better. You know what I'm saying? God damn it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm done with this.
What is this, Denise?
I'm done. I don't know what is happening. I'm so done. All right. I do need help for other shit right now.
Denise.
But I just want to say this, though, because I'm mad. I'm mad because I feel like Brian Keith is making the best that he possibly can out of this, okay?
He is.
So why not give him a round of applause for that? He's got put into this horrible story, Reg.
Yeah, I feel like as a wrestler, as a TV person, as somebody that works for one of these big companies, if somebody hands you something and say, hey, make the best out of it, he's making the best out of it. It's still unfortunate.
Thank you. All right, we got Crazy 101 who says, wish Brian Keith, Hangman, and Bandito were a trio.
Now, that's a trio.
Alexander Fitzgerald says, are the EVPs face now? Cutting off the Acclaimed and Max Caster's rap was the best decision ever.
I mean,
oh, man.
Depends on what side you're standing on.
Gotham Guy says, guys, not to be outdone, Willow was looking like a sex. Didn't I read this already, or did he send that twice?
Another one. This is a different
this
person,
is a different one.
guy and different thing.
Oh, Willow girl.
She's looking good tonight.
Okay,
this is another one.
Willow is out here making us money. Hell yeah, Willow. She says, guys, not to be outdone, Willow was looking like a sexy snack tonight, cutting her promo. And that outfit she wore on the red carpet for House of Dragon was heart face. Okay, so I saw her. I didn't pay attention enough to what she was wearing today in this promo. What was she wearing?
Just regular clothes.
Okay, I got to go back and rewatch this. You know what? Actually, I have that in my phone. I just really quickly want to see what she was wearing because oh, I see. You know what it is? And I will tell you what it is. Now, you correct me if I'm wrong, Reg.
Got you.
I noticed that men like when women wear pretty feminine clothing. And by that, I mean with the ribbons and the cute little ruffles and little flowers and things like that. Trust me, I've seen it. I've noticed it. It's like I've studied this.
Ruffles?
Willow is here wearing a shirt with little ruffles and a ribbon.
Ruffles, Denise?
I'm not saying ruffles like a pirate ruffle, a cute little ruffle and a cute little bow. And she had a cute little bow on her hair.
Let me tell you, Denise, it ain't the fucking ruffles, all right?
It's the ruffles, I'm telling you.
No, it's not.
And also she's wearing V-necks.
I don't give a fuck about them ruffles.
Trust me, it's a science, Reg. You watch next time.
Well, did you see that girl? You see them ruffles though? Hey, them ruffles was crazy. She had the ruffles all the way down.
Next time.
Sour cream and cheddar. She had flaming hot nacho.
Oh man, trust me. Next time you're out there checking out a girl and pay attention to her outfit, and you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, Denise was onto something with them ruffles and ribbons and stuff."
She was not.
We got Daniel Robledo here who says, despite how the fans feel for Jericho now, I still want to see him face Ultimo Dragon one more time. Would you want to see that?
Yeah, I'm surprised when there's been a few times where Jericho's done this tribute act where he's faced old people, like he faced Juventud, he did the thing with MJF, and I'm like, why didn't they bring in Ultimo Dragon? Because every time I see Ultimo Dragon in a match or something, he still looks great and he could still have a great match. They need to do that.
Rafael Garcia says, when you put it that way, Reg, it does give a bit of Samuel L. Jackson in Django. Positives. Mina was on Dynamite. We got the theme we got jiggy with.
Yeah, I got jiggy with it. Yeah.
That theme, man, throws me off every time. Mike T90K says, Denise, you have the best stories. And those are the ones I'm willing to share on air.
I know, right? I know. That's a really good one, though. The whitewater rafting one. That's
I know.
Good.
It's one of my favorites. Ice-T, he here says, Denise likes the high spots in wrestling, not her man.
Yeah, seriously. He hit a fucking moonsault and sold it. Every time I see a moonsault, I'm like, oh, shit, that's hard. He
went in backwards, bro. He did a backwards flip out of the raft into the freaking water.
That sounds hard, and you were embarrassed.
I was just like deadpan face.
Damn. And he still got married to you, though, so it worked out.
I know. I don't know what that says a lot about me.
I'm saying it worked. That was he did that on purpose. Like, I bet you she gets married to me after I do this, and you did.
Travis Lindsay says Tony didn't save Mariah when Mina does. Also, Saraya probably got the win because the match was pooled. It crossed my mind. Is that enough of a reason to be like, well, your match got pooled last week. Here's a win.
No, I like the first part of this. The second part, not so much. I think them telling the story of Tony was at ringside on commentary and she could have saved Mariah, but she didn't. And Mina had to come all the way out. That could be part of the story. It's still kind of weird, but no, I don't think they would change the match because that match was never pulled. Again, we got a story that it was an accidental announcement.
Crazy 101 says Brian wins at All In and loses to Swerve at Wrestle Dream since it's Tacoma, Washington, and that's where Swerve is from.
Oh, yeah. Wrestle Dream's not that far after that. Brian wins. Does he win it from Swerve and then Swerve win it back? I could get in that. I could get jiggy with that.
They could do that. Like if they did a situation where Brian defeats Swerve for the title at All In and then Swerve wins it back at Wrestle Dream, I can see that happening.
That's pretty good. Big Brian moment at All In, big Swerve moment in Washington. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Roberto Arsenal says Bryan Danielson winning the Owen Cup just reassures me that Swerve beats Will to set up Bryan versus Swerve. Mariah went to Mina first tonight before Tony. I told you guys, man, I've been talking about this since the beginning. I've been expecting Will to go over, for Swerve to beat Will Ospreay at Forbidden Door.
Why can't we get a Bryan and Ospreay rematch?
We can. But I don't think they will. I think they want to switch things up.
I don't think they will either, but that's a possibility.
And I would be very happy if they did, but I don't think so. I think
Travis is bringing up a good point. Brian's also from Washington. Swerve, Bryan, Washington, belt. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Jamaican Bobsled says thoughts on the new site nxxt.com. Huh? Do you know about this?
No, I don't watch that show.
Wait, what are we talking about? Are we talking about NXT?
I don't watch that show, Denise.
Thoughts on new site in nxt.com.
NXXX.
Yeah, I know, but what are we talking about? What's going on nxt.com?
I don't watch that show.
I watched that show, but I still don't get it.
I don't know.
All right. Jamaican Bob Sub, you don't have to send in a super chat, but if you can oh, TNA. Okay, he's talking about TNA.
Okay.
Sorry. I was like, what are we talking about here? I'm excited. Honestly, I'm excited. I do hope that they do more with the TNA NXT crossover. If this is even a crossover, I think it counts as a crossover. I just want to see more of it.
I feel like everybody keeps saying crossover, but when's TNA going to get part of the crossover? Is it just one-sided crossover? That's not how a crossover works.
Yeah, but come on, Reg. Come on.
What you mean? Like, I don't expect them to send Roman, but like send like, I don't know, Tatum Paxley. I don't know any of them.
All right, sure, they could do that.
Yeah. Like not like the top stars, but like, somebody.
Right, they can do that. Joseph Molina says, nada da mean.
Nada da mean?
Is that what I said?
No, you did not say that.
Oh, I'm so confused. You guys are confusing me today. Grapple Geekery says,
Joe?
Does Rhea wear ruffles to Saraya sky blue? All right, guys, I'm not just saying it's ruffles.
You said ruffles. Like people like ruffles and bows and fucking hats and little glasses. Like, all right.
All right, I didn't say no fucking hats and glasses, all right? I'm just saying. Trust me. All right, still want to believe it. Jamaican Bobsled says, Willow's my pillow tonight. I'm so sleepy. Oh my God.
All right, yeah, he just went right for it. He's like, oh yeah, you guys got my super chat. Now we're getting to the shits. I get it.
Willow, girl, she should be very excited today. Like, good luck. Good luck. All right. What haven't we discussed on the show that we absolutely need to get into as of this moment? The qualifiers. Let's talk about this because Kanosuke Takeshita has qualified for the TNT Championship ladder match. That's going to be taking place at Forbidden Door, right?
Yep.
And the other person that has qualified today was Brian Cage. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Mark Briscoe winning with the Froggy Bow. Sorry, I forgot who won that for a second. Mark Briscoe wins that with the Froggy Bow, and now he's in the match as well. I think this one's very straightforward. We've known for the longest that it's pretty much Jack Perry's to win, right? So
yeah, we're just like slow walking the dog to get to that. Somebody brought up a thing last week, I think, in one of our super chats about champions being involved in these type of things. And when Mark Briscoe came out, I was like, oh, I guess I could kind of understand what they're saying, because like it makes your championship feel a little bit less important if you're trying to go for another one. Like, this championship is the most important. Why am I fighting for another one? But I understand why you have someone like Mark Briscoe qualify for the TNT thing just because of the role that he plays.
And if you're tired of slow walking the dog and you got the dog in you, Blue Chew, promo code Denise. Are you Jobby now in bed? Do you have dreams of main eventing in the sack? Well, have no fear. Blue Chew is here to help you become the champ. Soon you'll make your babyface comeback and get the finish. Blue Chew is the place to go for chewable versions of sildenafil, tadalafil, vardenafil. These ingredients help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer lasting erections for sexual activity. Woo! The chewable tablets help fight off all forms of ED, which can include performance anxiety and maintaining an erection long enough for sex. A Blue Chew subscription includes a free online consultation, 24/7 medical support, a prescription for chewable sildenafil, tadalafil, vardenafil, if approved, and discreet delivery straight to your door every month, all from the comfort of your own home at affordable prices. No more in-person doctor visits, no more waiting for appointments, and best of all, no more awkwardness. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to the description box of this video and click on the link and make sure to use the promo code Denise.
That was a nice way of saying get your dick hard with Blue Chew. I don't know. All these ads never say what the thing does. Everybody's beating around the bush. If you want to get your penis hard,
what is
take some Blue
here?
Chew and your dick will get hard. So get some Blue Chew. It's free, I think. I don't know. You can get a special code or something.
The code is there. You guys can find the code. It is right there in the descriptions. All right, let's keep this going here, everybody. We got a couple of super chats that are coming in that I want to get to. All right, this is from Sven Big, who says, just wanted to say what's up. Always a great show. This weekend we got Battleground and Dominion. All the best. Are you going to be watching Dominion?
I'm going to be watching Dominion. I'm excited to see the finals of the Best of the Super Junior tournament. Are you going to Las Vegas, Denise?
No, I was going to go to Battleground, but I decided not to, primarily because they're not doing any actual media. So I'm like, oh, I could just stay here and do a post show from my house. So I think it just makes it so much better.
Yeah, and especially since you're going to be gone a few days later.
Right, exactly. We got Mike T90K who says, breaking news, Tits McGee, aka Alicia Atute, is officially in AEW now. Welcome to the team. I was wondering when they were going to hire Alicia.
She's great. When she was working for MLW for so long, I was like, eventually she's going to get hired somewhere else. And like this gap of her not working somewhere, like, what's going on? So this actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it definitely does. Congratulations to Alicia. Thank you so much to Mike T90K for sharing that news. All right, Samoa Joe and Hook. We got a quick backstage segment here, and there isn't really too much to this other than they were sort of solidifying that Samoa Joe is going to sort of be mentoring Hook. But the best part was Hook being confronted by Tony Nese, and he tries to mock Hook, but Hook is like, dude, like, you've just been losing this whole time. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he did my homie Tony Nese very dirty. I like that they're trying to establish Tony Nese and Josh Woods because I like those guys, but it's going to take a lot more than what they're currently doing with them.
All righty, and we got a super chat here from Grapple Geekery who says, Blue Chew, she just needs to put on some ruffles.
Exactly. I don't need any pills for this. Did you see her ruffles? That got me going. Ruffles,
you know who likes
baby.
ruffles? Hook.
Oh, he does like ruffles. He's always eating chips.
Yeah. See, oh, look at that. Look at that, Reg. Look at that. Thank you so much for getting my joke.
Terrible.
All right. Let's get into two more topics and then we're pretty much done for the day. The other two topics that I want to get into really quickly is that Excalibur has informed us that it is going to be title versus title in the Mercedes Moné match against Stephanie Vaquer for the TBS title versus the New Japan Strong Women's title. Any thoughts on this? Does this change things for you?
No, because I expected Mercedes to get that belt at some point. People are like, Mercedes is going to get all the championships. Yes, bro. Like, she was already primed to get that belt before she got injured. Like, who was surprised about this at all? I thought the promo package was really awesome too. Stephanie's such a great presence, and just seeing her in her element just ups her stock so much. I'm excited that it's going for title too, just because it adds more stakes.
I feel you, man. I think so too. I think sometimes it feels like they're too afraid. There's been so many different scenarios where I feel like there's been situations where we could have done title versus title, and I feel like sometimes they hold back on that. And so the fact that they're actually doing title versus title, that makes me excited about this potential, this actual matchup that's actually happening at Forbidden Door. Exactly. So I am expecting this to be a situation where I don't see Mercedes Moné losing her bout. So this could be the start of her just starting to collect some gold for her. And, you know, she's all about the money. She's all about being the CEO, collecting some gold. That may be what they're doing here.
Yeah, pretty good. I think this is going to be great. And again, the match is going to be insane. The first one was really good, but this one's going to be way better because Stephanie's like gotten way better since then. And Mercedes is going to be on a different level trying to top their last match.
Alrighty, and we got some super chats here. This is from Jamaican Bobsled, who says, "How much blue chew can a blue chew chewer chew if a blue chew chewer can chew blue chew? I'm so blue now."
Damn, Denise, you got all the way through it. That was sick. When you started, I was like, "There's no way that she's gonna get through this," and she got through this, you guys.
Oh man, that's like the best accomplishment of my life this year.
No, you really did. I'm like, there's no way, you guys. No,
Reg, it's your turn.
No, I can't. How much? Wait, okay. How much blue chew can a blue chewer chew if a blue chewer chew can? I can't see. I already lost. There's too much.
You lost the plot, bro. You lost the plot.
Damn it.
Some of us are Will Ospreay here when it comes to tongue twisters. I'm the Will Ospreay of tongue twisters now.
Does one tongue twister? I can't even say the word. Oh my God, you're driving me crazy.
Come on,
Will Ospreay and tongue twisters. Is really
How much
funny.
wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Sally South seashells by the seashells, red leather, yellow leather. Unique New York. There's a bunch of them.
It's because you used to be a theater geek, huh?
Yeah, I did. Oh, how'd you know that? You knew that?
Denise.
Is it that obvious?
Yeah, it's so. I know you. Yeah, it's so obvious.
Grapple Geekery says, "Okay, Denise earned this with the hook likes ruffle joke. Well done."
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
She said, "Is it that obvious?" You guys, is it that obvious that Denise was a fucking drama geek in high school
And college.
and college?
I've never even told that story, Reg. You want to know why I quit? Why I quit studying theater in college?
Mm.
So I had done a year and a half, freshman and half my freshman year and half of my sophomore year. I had devoted myself to studying drama because I was going to be in Broadway. That was the goal. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be Nicole Kidman. That was the dream. Well, the dream died. I had an audition. So they audition all of the students for the upcoming plays that you see that take place in the schools.
Totally.
So I studied my little monologue. I was ready to go. And we had to perform it in front of all of the student directors and basically all of the students that were putting together the plays. So I go up there, I stand there, and I fucking choked, Reg.
Oh no.
I
You forgot all your lines?
Oh my lines.
Denise.
All of them.
Oh no.
You have no idea what it's like to stand in a room of a bunch of people, at least 100 people, 50 to 100 people in there.
Oh no.
And forget all of your lines. Like I couldn't even remember my opening line.
Oh my
Blanked.
God.
Forgot it all. And you know what I did? I turned around to the nearest person that was directing the traffic. I said, "I'm sorry." And I ran out the room crying. And the next day I went to the counselor and I said, "I'm changing majors." And thus, now I am a YouTuber.
You ran right out of that room, right to her laptop.
Yeah, it was.
So John Cena got slammed today, you guys. I'm switching careers.
You don't know what it's like, guys. You don't know what it's like to have an embarrassing moment like
you
that.
You running out crying is the best part because that like happens in like TV shows and movies. Like this exact scenario has happened of like, oh, I forgot my lines, and then everybody laughs, and then you run off crying. That's
it gets worse. It gets worse. I called the guy that I was dating at the time, and I started crying and telling him what happened. He broke up with me like a few weeks later.
He's like, she can't even remember my fucking lines. She can't remember lines that she's supposed to be my woman.
Done. It was awful.
Wow. I hope your husband judges you for that since you judged him from flipping out of the damn whitewater raft.
Dude, it's hard. Go up to someone and just like start acting in front of a bunch of people. It's terrifying.
That's not what that was. This was a controlled thing where you were auditioning. This is way different than just going up to somebody.
It's worse because when
if
you're
a pro,
you know everybody's judging you.
Mm-hmm.
Auditions are the worst. Like I could never. No, I'm done.
Loser.
I'm done. We got Mikey 90K who says, "Denise, say a quote from a random movie or play in character."
Let's go. Bring it on.
No,
movie Bring It
because
On.
why is the first quote that came into my mind from the one guy from Titanic where he goes, I can see the Statue of Liberty already. It's very small, of course.
Why did you have a line queued up?
He just said, say a random movie, and I
Why
just thought of
did you have
Titanic.
one queued up?
Jamaican bobsled says, my
Jeez.
ex was so full of drama, but I always loved thespians.
Yeah, thespians are pretty good. That could have been you.
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
A person that remembers their lines, not you.
Oh, really? Oh, boy. All right, well, there you go. I was not meant for the theater world.
No, you weren't. That's all good.
All right. Swerve Strickland, Roderick Strong. I don't think anybody here was expecting Swerve to lose this match. What'd you think of the matchup?
0%, but the match hit really hard. I think Roderick Strong has been on a really strong, pun intended, run these last couple of weeks, just really getting to have main event matches, longer matches, establish himself as the Messiah of the Backbreaker. Swerve, swag, Swerve's delivery, Swerve's everything that he has recently since turning AEW champion has gone up, but every week he gets more power, he gets more popular, he gets more fans, and I think the match was awesome. The Roddy dodging the house call so often, him using the house call more for the finish, I think is great. This was very, very good. I love that people keep complaining when they announced the match, Denise. People were like, why is he wrestling Roderick Strong? Roderick Strong just lost, blah, blah, blah. Long list. Swerve should defend his championship against anybody who says let's defend the championship, because that's what a babyface champion does. So it makes sense when he does stuff like this. I just don't get people with their angry.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that were not happy with this announcement when it was made on Collision this weekend. So, it is what it is. But speaking of, I can't believe we're not going to be here to talk about this, but we will talk about it when we come back the following week. Will Ospreay versus Rey Fenix was announced for next week, and I'm starting to think this is a rib. They were like, we're going to put the most Denise's favorite match ever on the show she's not watching live.
Denise, I can't not talk about that match somewhere. So I'm probably going to be talking about that. That's going to be insane. They had a 4-way match to determine the number one contender for Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay and Rey Fenix had a really insane match in PWG one time where they did some mind-blowing things. And if they do a quarter of those things next week, it's going to be one of the wildest matches you've ever seen. I'm very sad we're not going to be covering because that match is going to be crazy.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll be back the following week to talk about all things AEW and everything that goes down. Keep an eye out, because even though there's not going to be all the podcasts next week, I am going to be putting out tons of content from Clash at the Castle. So keep an eye out for all of that. I still got so much more content coming this week. So keep an eye out for everything from there. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe. I have officially surpassed 160,000 subscribers here on this platform. Very, very happy, because without you guys, I wouldn't be able to bring on co-hosts like Reg, like Robin. And so having the subscribers and having people come into the show only helps things get bigger and bigger. So thank you guys so much. We got here a super chat from Crazy 101 who says Saraya has her focus on All In. Denise called it. I said it, man.
I guess that's crazy.
And then also, I still need to watch, by the way, someone's asking about the Who Killed WCW on Vice. I was going to watch it last night, but they didn't have it on my little DVR thing or whatever. So I'm going to have to watch it at some point, but
I watched it earlier today, actually, and I thought it was really good. It's a lot of, if you've seen any of the Monday Night War stuff, if you've seen them talk about this before, you're not going to discover a lot of new stuff, but it's great. There's some information in there that's like, Eric Bischoff, there's no Hulk Hogan, so Eric Bischoff is doing all the lying in this. So that's fun to listen to. He is lying. Ooh, brother is lying.
All right. Well, I can't wait to watch all of that. All right, everyone. Reg, what do you got going on?
It's just a regular week. Rhapsody's on Saturday with Philip Lindsay. Nothing else. I'm chilling.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will be back here this Friday with Robin to talk about Smackdown, Saturday Collision, and Sunday NXT Battleground. And then also, I'm starting to do Raw reviews on the audio side of things. So not on YouTube, but on the audio on the podcast. So as a bonus, if you guys want an additional Raw review, I'm doing those on the podcast. I started this Monday, and so far they're doing pretty good. So thank you so much to everybody, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye, everyone.
Peace.